And we are back with a recap of the Crew's Decision Day loss to Orlando City. And since they lost, that means they did not draw or win against Orlando City, which means that the Crew are eliminated from the playoffs. So it turns out that living and dying by the draw all season came back to bite them at the very end. Let's go over the game a little bit as far as the bad goes. Obviously, the bad being you lose, which means, again, no playoffs for the Crew this season. And once again, it was a late goal that blew a lead that the Crew had in the first half. Derek Etienne got a goal for the Crew. However, he would be injured scoring the goal, and he would be replaced by Kevin Molino for the rest of the game. But they had that lead going into halftime, and over the course of the second half, they blew that lead. A late goal in the 84th minute on a penalty shot put Orlando City in the lead, and the Crew could not get the equalizer. So once again, they have a lead, but a late goal that they allow blows that lead and produces a bad result. This has been happening for a while now. There's a reason I titled the last Crew recap that I did Groundhog Day. It was essentially just this, but this is just essentially a micro, I forget the name for it, like a microcosm of what the Crew season has been, where yes, you do get the first goal, Orlando City committing really undisciplined fouls because they're frustrated with how they played in the first half. You kind of have them right where you want them, and then you just, over the course of the second half, just kind of let that slip away, and it produces a bad result, which leads to you being eliminated from the playoffs. I said in my last review that I did not trust this Crew team to get a good result, or a result that they needed once Orlando City started playing with some urgency, because of events like these where you have leads that are seemingly fine and safe until they're not, and you let the other team get every chance there is, and eventually they end up in the back of your net more often than not. It's not like the Crew didn't get any chances after they fell behind, but nothing that was super, nothing like a point-blank shot range or anything like that. Nothing super dangerous. They did get some shots in, but overall, in general, once Orlando City took the lead, they basically held on to it for the remainder of the game. I mean, I guess the one positive you can take from this, besides Derek Etienne scoring a goal, is that maybe this leads to some much-needed change, from a managerial coaching standpoint for the Crew next year. I understand that Caleb Porter did lead this team to an MLS Cup in 2020. However, when an MLS Cup champion, or in any sport, when you are a champion and then you miss the playoffs for 2 consecutive seasons, and the same issues arise in both of those seasons, and they're not addressed, they're not fixed. We've replayed the same season twice essentially. That usually means that there are some changes behind the benches or on the coaching staff that go on, and hopefully the ownership for the Crew can see this, and they realize that something needs to change. There needs to be a different voice leading this Crew team next season and beyond if they want to have any hopes of legitimately contending for an MLS Cup again. Because even if they did make it in this year, and they do get a good result against Orlando City, this wasn't a team that was exactly trending in the right direction or having a whole bunch of momentum going into the playoffs. It was a lot of unsatisfying draws and bad results late in games, that even if they did manage to pull this win out of like a rabbit out of their hat, or a draw or something like that, I don't really think they go very much farther than this. But that's just my opinion. Maybe if you have something else you want to say in the comments, you can do that. And thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more like it, let me know in the comments what you thought about the Crew's season. As it's over because they lost, and they don't get to go into the playoffs now. So yeah, that's essentially it. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you at the next one.